But when I think about meat eaters, I think about those kind of people. So it's very unique talking to a female who only eats meat and is thriving off of it, because that's not what you think about. I don't ever really, think of a female just being carnivore.
What other changes did you see whenever you started? You mentioned the bleeding, but what other visible changes could you see that through the transformation?
I have so many things. I have a list of like 30 things, no joke. I'll just touch on a few. I guess to kind of tie your two questions together. One of the things that's really helped is I had a condition called PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's actually pretty common among women. There are issues that women have with fertility and painful menstruation and cramps and bleeding and all that stuff. My menstruation has become more regular, lighter, less painful. Some of my PCOS symptoms have reduced. You have things like kind of like facial hair. It's kind of an imbalance of the hormones. You can have excess testosterone. It's not very as it should be, the factory setting, let's say. So that's something that just vastly improved for me. There's been times when I've fallen off the wagon during Carnivore and I will be back in bed because my menstruation cramps are so bad. And it's like I can just feel so many things. That's just one of many. And it's interesting because a lot of women, I think, are afraid of meat. You think, oh, let's eat salad. Let's all order the salad at the restaurant. If you don't order the salad, you're like the weirdo. But I always, meat makes women more womanly or womanly. Literally, like it heals fertility issues and it helps you drop weight. I mean, there's just so many things about it. Hormone balance. Meat is just great for men and women, all humans. But some of the other things, this was so weird early on in Carnivore. I have always had really bad gum problems. I have very severe gum recession for my age, like bone loss, really bad gum bleeding. I'd have to go in for these really expensive, like hour-long scalings for like each quadrant of my mouth. And I just didn't understand because I am very type A. I brush my teeth twice a day. I always diligently floss, using the water pick, all these things, just could never figure it out. It's just like, oh, I just have this horrible gum disease. 2 months after Carnivore, I went to the dentist and she's like, what are you doing? Because like the screen was just full of all these green arrows that all of my gum pockets had kind of improved. There's like a 1 through 5. They like rate, they take like a pick and put it in your gum pocket and see like how open it is. They had closed. She said she could literally see that my old disease gum tissue had rolled away. She had like scraped it away. There was no bleeding, like all of that gone. And it's so interesting because that's first, another thing that's very common with Carnivore.